Hey everybody, I'm Garrett.
I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family.
And we're living life intentionally with you. Okay, crazy. I just sat down. He's like, I'm going live. And I'm like, well, I just got the kids to bed, dude. I sit down and I'm like, what? Everybody's already here. Hi.
Hi. We have finished our trip.
And we're in Texas and it's
raining.
raining.
We're in Texas. Yes. Oh, we have done nearly 1,400 miles on this trip, and we've covered 3 states. And we'll go into a montage, as it were.
He actually did some editing for you guys today.
Yep. So you will get to see a little bit of what we did on this trip.
Let's see who's on here. Avenger RV Adventure, Barbara Carter's on, Daydream About Nice Things, we're on, of course. Extraordinary Journey, J. Charles Outdoors,
Captain
Justin,
Jack Scrapper.
Is that what that one is?
Yeah.
Okay. Justin and Christina's RV Van Life, Lightful Mind RV, hi Steven.
Hey Steven.
Mel and Nettie, of course. Mr. Roboto.
Welcome.
New Horizons, woohoo! Nursing Our Travel Bug, you guys. We miss you already. We miss you already.
We saw them this morning.
Epic RV Adventure. Yes, we saw Nursing Our Travel Bug. It was awesome. Over the Hill RV. Papa Drew's RV. Hey, Papa Drew. Let's see. Road Tripping with, how do you say that one? Takax? I think that's how you say it. RV Kids TV. Oh my goodness. RV Underway. Steve Turtle. Did I get them all?
Yeah. Well, there's people jumping on right
jumping
now.
On all the time. So there's our roll call for it. Thin Blue, the last one.
Thin Blue Lane.
Thank you.
Thin Blue Lane. RV.
RV Life.
Blah, blah, blah,
Let
blah.
me do roll call, okay?
All right. I'll keep my mouth shut. Meant to be RVing just joined in too. So.
Oh, hello. Meant to be RVing. Love it. Okay. Well, he has it all planned. I have no idea what we're talking about.
Well, we went on a big trip.
I think they know that.
Well, let's show you some of the stops that we made while we were transiting, and we'll talk a little bit more about it after we're done with this. So we started over at Saddle Mountain, which was west of Phoenix.
You guys have to check it out.
And we went all the way to Tucson, through Tucson to Benson.
Yes.
Met some friends there. Just dropped into Douglas.
Yep.
Met some amazing friends there as well. And then we made the long trek from Douglas to Alamogordo, which is where White Sands National Park is at. Mm-hmm. Then because of weather reasons, we jumped down to Van Horn for a couple days to wait out the snowstorm that hit.
Yeah,
and then we did the long trek from Van Horn to Abilene. And then we went from Abilene to Waco, saw our friends Nursing Our Travel Bug there.
That was last night. And
it wasn't as long of a trip, but it was pretty fun nonetheless. And then we did the last bit of our trip to Waco today.
Not Waco, Athens.
Athens. Something like that.
So you guys, our paths did have to change a little bit because of weather. That was the first time I think that we ever changed major plans that we had planned out due to the weather.
Yeah, we had gone from Douglas to Alamogordo and boondocked, and it was a beautiful sunset.
Beautiful
it was
evening.
Nice. We woke up to rain.
Oh my gosh,
Lots
it was
of
so
rain.
wet. And we were going to spend the day at White Sands.
Yeah. So I looked at our weather, and it said, "Hey, by tonight, it's going to be snow."
I mean,
and
Alamogordo and White Sands is high elevation, you guys.
Almost as 4,500, 4,700 feet altitude. And we're up in the mountains, boondocking, and there's snow supposed to hit.
We wouldn't have been able to stay warm. We would have had to run the generator, and we might have gotten stuck up there. So we packed up fast. Oh,
yep. We have a dehumidifier going. So we made the decision right then and there, hey, let's go south because we need to be on this highway heading towards Abilene in a couple days.
So you guys, we had passed the entrance for White Sands and had made it to our spot because
could
of
have
kids'
just-
attitude.
yeah.
We didn't go to White Sands, and it was like, now we have to leave because of weather, and we're gonna miss out on White Sands and Carlsbad Caverns.
Yeah.
It was kind of sucky, but we were like, you know what? The kids are gonna get snow, and they'll be happy with that, and we'll try to catch those on another trip.
Yeah.
So we made it down to Van Horn.
Van Horn.
We hunkered down.
We got down to Van Horn. We're like, we still have a little bit of time. So we were like, let's push on and see if we can make it just maybe another hour down the road. We made it 2 miles.
2 miles outside of Van
miles
Horn.
outside of Van Horn. And we started getting hit with nasty side winds.
Bad winds,
full
you guys.
on side winds.
It was so scary.
So we made the choice at that point. We pulled off on a rest stop right there.
Yeah.
And we're like, what should we do?
We're
not going to do an hour of this going down a highway. And it got worse from there.
Yeah, it did.
So we just went a mile down the road, turned around, came back, went into an RV park, said, we need a couple nights.
Yeah, we paid for 2 and then thought, if we can, we'll pay for a third. And it was after the snowstorm and realizing we don't have to make it to Abilene until, 2 days from now.
Yep.
We decided we'll pay for that third night. And yes, we were going to boondock all those days. So it kind of cut into the pocketbook. And we did the drive up to Carlsbad Caverns.
Hour, 45 minutes.
Wasn't bad at all.
But
we
then
spent the entire day. The kids did a couple of Junior Ranger badges. It was good.
Yeah, and then we got up there. Mm-hmm. We ran into another national park. Guadalupe Mountain National Park is awesome.
Yeah.
You should check that out. And I want to go back.
Yeah, because we went at the time. It was pretty hot. Captain Jack,
Captain Jack,
you're awesome.
thank you.
$2 super chat.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
We
need to get party hats that pop up.
Party has to pop up when everybody does super chat.
41 in the chat.
We have to go back to Guadalupe Mountain because it was cold and windy. Yes, we had sun that day because it was after the snowstorm and such.
Holy
but it was
cow,
too
was
cold.
it windy.
It was too cold and windy to do hikes, and there were lots of cool hikes and lots of things to see.
There was an area called the Bowl that has all kinds of like evergreen trees up in Texas. Yeah. And we're like, how did that even get there? So there's just so many cool things to do up there.
Look at you guys are chatting so much.
Yeah.
I love it.
Fellow work campers. Got Steve Turtle. We got Living Light RV. Posh Cats. New Horizons. All the fun people are on.
Yep.
So back to our story. Yeah. The wind up there. I don't know how these people that we saw RVing would have managed.
Pulling their RV behind them. We've hit bad.
We were getting side winds with just the truck, and we were like, "Ooh."
Yeah, you guys, I was struggling to get the door open on the truck to hop out. It was hilarious. I was like,
she opened the door and it went.
It's like a workout.
But that was a really cool place, and I think on our way back we might stop. I think we're gonna stop back at all these places.
High Adventures in Xanadu, they are saying showing some love for your live. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Garrett has a great video montage, so hang tight, you guys.
Hang tight. That is coming soon. Someone asked, when will you go back to Guadalupe? We don't really know yet, but our our next kind of leg is kind of heading back towards our home state.
We've been doing this crisscross thing back and forth like this down here in the south. So, whatever. It's not the normal path, but we've seen a bunch of awesome people. We've met a bunch of awesome people. We've seen awesome places. Yep. And so I don't care about how it's going to look that our trail has gone back and forth in the lower states. It's been cold.
Yeah. And honestly, every time we've gone by, we've seen new things.
New things, yeah. Well, I mean, we did the northern part of Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, and Louisiana. And so now we're kind of doing the southern portions. And it's completely different, you guys. Completely different.
Living Light RV said, let's do all those places together in October and November. Yeah. That would be cool. We would.
I'll work extra so that I can have those 2 months off and we can travel caravan.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, because... Yeah, we can't give things away. Sorry.
We can't give things away, no.
Sorry, guys. We won't give away all your secrets, Living Light RV. All right, back to our trip. It was once we got to
he's blanking out.
Dog barking just threw me off. Sorry. On our own road. Oh, our own road.
Hello.
Just joined us,
Hello,
and that is Steven Johnson, who is also Lightful Mind RV, and that's their new channel.
Yeah, what did you say? Him and his girlfriend?
Him and his girlfriend just started a new channel.
And you didn't tell me what her name was.
I don't even remember if he said.
I put you on the spot. Sorry.
They're planning on coming to see us while we're here.
Yes!
So we're going to do some chatting.
You guys, so many of you are able to meet with us while we're here in Texas. I'm super excited. We're going to have people dropping in all the time.
I can join you in October, says Mike O. Yes.
Mike, we would love it. Oh my gosh.
That'd be fun to do a cool caravan across the desert like that.
Yeah. And see places that we haven't seen. Or go back to places that we have seen.
So we made it to Carlsbad. Like, ugh, my brain, sorry. And, it was like afternoon. It was lunchtime.
It was lunchtime. It was about 1 o'clock.
Yeah. And we didn't know what to expect. We were trying to figure out, like, where is this thing? Like, it's way up there, and we're like, well, maybe it's down in this valley here. Maybe it's up over there.
So you have to go, like, clear up on top of the mountain range that's right there.
It's like a 5 to 6 mile canyon.
Yeah, the center is sitting right on top, and you go in and you pay, or if you have the pass, the America the Beautiful pass, you just show your pass and you get your ticket. And then you either hike the trail from the natural entrance down into the main caverns, which is 1.5 miles down, and then the caverns inside is like 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
Or you get on an elevator, and the last elevator leaves at 3:30, so it's like.
Well, they shut down the entrance at a certain time. Yeah. You can't hike out at like 3:30. Yeah. So they close the main entrance down, and you have to take the elevator back up. I think they have park rangers that go through the park and just say, "Hey guys, you got half an hour. Yeah. Please make your way to the exit."
You guys, we spent amazing, 2.5, 3 hours down there. It was absolutely gorgeous.
The kids were mesmerized the entire time. I was
afraid at first.
They were afraid at first. And they were like, why are we whispering?
Why are we whispering? Because that's one of the rules. You have to be very quiet.
Very quiet. Yeah.
They were so good. They were so
we were just sitting there like,
I thought for sure I'd have children screaming loudly, "Hey, it goes! It goes!"
X marks the spot. Did you send us something in the mail?
It would have been about January. The postmark on the envelope 17th? Was January 17th.
From Greensboro, North Carolina.
Greensboro, North Carolina. We're trying to figure out who sent us this. We got mail today. Yeah. And so we're going through all our mail.
we came to the RV park, and this is the RV park that we consider our home.
Yeah, this is our domicile. Home address. We're at home.
We got checked in, and we were like, so what... I think we have some mail. And she was like, oh yes, you do. We had like 4 boxes.
4 boxes, a couple of big manila envelopes, and a whole stack of
that thick.
Of little, the paper mail.
And that's the stuff that made it through. Possible, question mark. It was
Okay, you guys, I shot some video footage because it was so cute. Emma totally got pampered tonight.
Do you think it's short enough to fit on Instagram? Because we could post, if we can get it down to a minute, we can get it posted on Instagram.
Yeah, I'd like them to see the full thing, but maybe we'll do a minute on Instagram, and then the full on Facebook. It's really, really cute. And Emma wants to edit it, so give me a couple of days and we'll have that up.
It'll be really interesting. Yeah, it'll be good.
Avocado.
37 here. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, so honestly,
you keep looking at my phone. I don't have any notes this time. You have it all in your brain.
It was such an awesome time, and we will be going back, whether it be on our return leg after we're done in Texas, or another part maybe in the fall. But it is on our list. And White Sands, you can't hide from us for too long, because we are coming for you.
We'll get back there. So we made it to Abilene. That was a short stopover. You saw our little video on Facebook. The kids jumping in the puddles. There was still snow melting everywhere. And then we got to Waco, and that's when we hung out with our awesome, awesome friends, Bill and Natasha Stevens, and their 2 kiddos. And they're from Nursing Our Travel Bug.
Yes, we had awesome time with them.
It's like we already knew them.
Yeah.
I mean, but you've talked on the phone. We've both talked on the
phone.
phone.
We've interviewed on each other's channels. We've talked on the phone. We've texted. Bill always asked me for help with things on his channel. So
I mean, you guys, it was so cute watching their kids playing together, having fun together.
Aw, Thin Blue Lane, thank
you so much. So Thin Blue Lane RV Life says thanks for taking us on this trip.
Awesome.
So shall we show them your little video?
Yeah, enjoy our
Trip to
condensed
Texas.
version from Arizona to Texas. Welcome back. We are here for a month. We made it all the way from Arizona to Texas. And this is how we're celebrating. You writing a letter to your pen pal?
Yeah, I'm teaching her that really long word from Mary Poppins. It's a really big word.
Hey. Hi, bud. Did you have a fun trip? Yeah. You eating lunch now? Yeah.
I'm messy from lunch, and I have hat hair.
We are excited to be set for a month. And have a camera that works.
Yay, camera!
Yay! Show you guys our setup for a month. Texas. I'm gonna do a couple things I haven't done in a while, which I'm really excited for. Give Carolyn about a month off from working. It's been really hard for her having to go through working 3 days a week for almost a year, 12-hour days. She doesn't have much time to recuperate. Being able to let her have a break is going to be awesome for her. I'm going to be doing some Uber driving. I'm also going to be doing some work for the place I am at. I'm doing work camping here. We'll tell you more about that later. It should be fun and looking forward to it. And then, yeah, just finishing up, getting everything set up, have everything done. Mine is hooking fresh water up. And then we'll be set here for a month. So, back to our live stream. Boom.
Okay, so some of the wording that you guys couldn't see because he didn't actually
That's
condensed
my
down
bad.
His video.
I exported it a different size, and I normally go and.
So one of the first scenes.
We were having kid issues just before the video, so I wasn't able to get everything done.
One of the first scenes that the words are like cut off down at the bottom. I think just before Tombstone and the Cowboys in the street. It was so February 1st is National
Eat ice cream for breakfast day.
And so we did, and it was awesome.
We were like, waffles would be really great, but
we don't have a waffle maker.
So what do you do, huh? Yeah, we did pancakes and ice cream, and the kids were like, oh.
They loved it.
They kept being like, what? We're having a snack.
Really good.
Oh,
it was actually really good. One scoop of ice cream on top of 2 pancakes was enough sweet. And that's why you didn't put syrup on them or anything like that. That's good.
I see a lot of people commenting about editing, like cool editing, all that kind of stuff. If you are interested in learning about editing a little bit more, a lot of you guys are on my RV Media Creators channel. Shameless plug. So
shameless plug. Hey, you're on your channel.
I know, I'm on my channel
you can shamelessly plug all you want.
My goal there is to help you tell your story better, and
Galleon Adventures is on.
I like editing.
Jerry and Kelly are on.
And I always want to help other people make better stories. So, and I know seeing a lot of RV videos, there are people that definitely need a little help.
Look at Melanetti's
avocado ice cream.
That sounds so good.
You have to find where that's at.
So good. I could try to make some.
Yeah. We have that little ball thing.
Yeah, can make our own ice cream. Well, maybe I'll try it out, and if the recipe works, then we'll do it live.
So Nursing Our Travel Bug Med said maybe I could give you some editing advice.
Yes.
If you have some, let me know.
If you know something he don't know, share.
Kent replied, "Don't you do all their editing already?" Question mark.
What? No.
Thank you, Harry, for the information on RV Media Creators. We're going through it video by video.
Who?
On Our Own Road are going through my series. So, fantastic.
And rewatch and watch again and ask questions, because if it's something he hears enough, he might do a video on it for you.
Exactly. Even if one person does it right now, I'll probably do a video on it. So get your suggestions in there now.
He's got a list of stuff he's working on. So, yeah.
We should go to the arch and film it. Papa. Oh, yeah. If you don't know, Papa Drew and Galleon are hanging out.
Oh. We're all sad because we're not there with you.
I know. It's so sad. Well, I guess that's kind of how it is sometimes.
How it is. We can't all be together all in one place unless maybe we're at courtside, because that's a big enough space. And we can all get together.
Is better
together
than Tampa.
No, Tampa, yeah. Well, that's only because we've never been to Tampa.
We've never been to Tampa. No, I've been to Tampa, but that was not for RV.
We weren't in an RV.
Yeah. I know. None of my travels counts.
None of your travels count. Yeah, he's been all over the United States as a teenager, and
I kind of had the travel bug when I was a teenager. So, it's one of those things. This worked really well for us to change into this lifestyle for sure.
So I guess Steven's girlfriend's name is Alicia. And what was their channel name again? If you can remember it.
On Our Own. Was it on the what?
Yeah, their new channel that they're putting together.
There's Our Own Road.
Our Own Road. Our good friend Steven Johnson.
Go click on their little channel icon right in the chat and go view channel and subscribe to them. Hopefully we can get you guys a little bit of a boost, so when you get your first couple videos out, you'll have people watching your adventure as you guys head out on your adventure.
We're looking forward to watching what you have. It's good. It's very good. Let's go back to mail.
Mail.
Because I was really excited to open some of those packages up. Very excited. First off.
One is what you are viewing us with.
We got our Canon back. I'm so happy. So happy.
Yes.
It's going to make shooting a lot easier, because it's very hard to shoot like this and get what you want, the shot you want.
Yeah.
And that's what we've had to do. And I mean, it's killer, like my wrist. I would rather be able to hold onto that Canon and point it where I want it to go.
And it's not really that heavy, but it's more ergonomically correct, and it's easier to do than
it is heavier than this, and it's got a better microphone.
Did we ever show a picture of our setup while we had that camera in the shop?
This one?
Yeah.
The Canon?
Well, with the iPhone. And
no, you'll have
check out my video on RV Media Creators where I talk about external microphones and how to use them with your cell phone.
Yeah, you can.
You can. There's a way to do it. It's very it's a little technical, but it is possible. But one of the things that we realized was you just have to be very, you have to piecemeal it together.
It looked pretty funky.
It looked pretty funky, and people were like...
We had some people, like, within the last month or so as we're vlogging out, and, like, hey, man, that's a weird setup, like, because it's his phone attached to this little doohickey that holds it to the tripod, and then the microphone's plugged into it, and then it's kind of...
The camera's sitting on...
The microphone's extended out beyond the side of the phone, and, like, that's it. Shoving in your face.
It was... Weird people like... Is that some kind... What is that? I mean, most people, if they saw it on the camera, they would be like, oh, it's something for the camera. Okay. But these people were like, huh?
What is that? Is that your phone? Yeah. What are you doing?
Living like we really need an actual camera. Yes, you do. Honestly, the M50 is a great option.
There's other cameras too, but
this is not the only option out there. And I mean, even we're kind of looking at other options, but not, we're fine with what we have for the time being.
So Garrett had busted it in the summertime. It had fallen during a time lapse. Nobody was around. It was windy.
Our time in Amarillo.
Yep, it was very windy in Amarillo. Yeah. And he had the viewfinder open for some reason, and it had landed on the viewfinder, and the viewfinder it didn't work anymore.
Yeah, there's something that got disconnected or damaged in the screen. The screen looked fine.
We continued using the camera as is and having to peer through the little hole, that you would do to take a still shot.
Yeah.
Instead of being able to just use the viewfinder and point where you want it during a vlog. We used that until, just before Christmas, I think. And then he boxed it up and sent it to Canon store.
Yep.
And they got it fixed up for under $300, and even sent us a new battery because one of the batteries we had went bad.
Yep.
And then Garrett had to mail it back here, and it's been sitting here for a couple of weeks until we could come and
But the thing was that we couldn't really tell exactly when it was going to be done. Finished. So I'm like, we are heading here anyways. Yeah. So it was easier for us to just get it here, have it sit for a while.
Instead of maybe go to Phoenix when we had left already.
Yeah.
So... Yep.
They don't make a hot shoe for the DJI doohickey, Nursing Our Travel Bug.
What?
You could conceivably put a little extension on the very bottom of the gimbal to put a microphone there, but then you'd have to figure out how to connect the microphone into the camera, which is delicately balanced in the gimbal setup.
Ah, I see.
So it kind of makes it a little bit...
It has to be more of a static...
Yeah, it works.
Static setup.
Our setup was more that, for sure.
Yeah.
It was a static. It was on a tripod, so it was a little more stable than holding it by your hand. But you still, you'll see little tweaks and little stuff.
So did you go over the whole setup in one of your RV Media Creators?
Yeah, when I talked about the camera.
Or internet.
Yeah, it's kind of going up and down. It's probably because of the rain.
Is it on your phone?
Yeah.
You want to stick your phone on the other side of the curtain, maybe?
Well,
Whoa,
sure.
I hope it's not buffering really bad, guys.
I don't know if it'll... You're improvising. I don't even know if that'll... It might not even help because of the weather outside.
Yeah.
We'll just keep talking.
Living light. I hope you find all your mail. Oh, no.
Melody!
$9.99. Thank you for that super chat. Number one fan.
I think it got worse outside.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Freeze frame. Sorry. we're trying to
Do
figure.
you want to try it on the other side of the room?
You could try it over there.
With the shot?
Yeah, hold on, guys. We're trying to come.
How's that?
I think we are. We're
Just the storm.
the storm. Yeah, save the day. Not enough. There we go.
Is that better?
Hurry back! I think we're back.
Okay, so phone was sitting here. It was working. Started raining. Wasn't working. Moved it to the other side of the trailer.
Just keep going. It's okay.
It's working.
Hints.
It's awesome.
New Horizons said just keep going.
We're going.
We're going.
Okay, so mail. We got that. I found a gift from my company in there from
they send
Christmas
tons
time.
of stuff. That's
Oh my gosh, where did it go?
audio is still good. The video should be coming back soon. Probably is already back once you hear what I am saying out of my mouth. What the funny thing was is that time for a wee boost. Yeah.
I got this from my company for Christmas.
You know what they sent John? An Atlas coat.
What? That's
I know.
awesome.
And they were like, "Oh, when did Carolyn get her Atlas coat yet?"
Nope.
Like, no.
I got a
We got
big
an Atlas
lunch
bag.
box.
Holy cow!
I mean, it's ginormous, you guys. I can put
I could
meal
fit
in
one
there
of my
for all of
breakfasts
us.
in there.
I won't use this for work because it's too big. It's for like our entire family worth of food. So this will be awesome on travel days
Yeah.
or on outings.
Honestly, I think we picked the right nursing company to go to work for.
They love giving gifts,
They do.
and it's really like life. I mean, this is life. This is them. It's family.
Well, and our
You
recruiter.
give awesome gifts to family, right? You don't give them
Yeah.
crappy gifts. You care about them.
Well, and our recruiter is like the RV family travel recruiter for
She's
their
awesome.
So we're sending people to her. No Ordinary Path is sending people to her.
Yes.
I mean, it's crazy.
If you are a travel nurse or you're a nurse thinking about doing traveling, get a hold of me and I will set you up with Natasha. She is awesome.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that sent us to the Grand Canyon. They give us awesome gifts, and then also once you're working with them and you get other nurses to join, you get this huge bonus for every nurse that joins and starts working for them. So, I mean, it helps us. It'll help you in the future if you can get other nurses to join Atlas, but it's awesome.
We're getting overrun with avocados. Avocados.
Can I have me some of Garrett's avocados? All right.
Oh gosh.
We are so excited. We're going to have Mel and Nettie on. Mel's going to do some voices for us because he does them amazingly, you guys.
Do we want to tell them what happened last night?
No,
Okay.
no.
All right.
We'll save that for when we actually interview them. You guys, he does amazing voices, and you never get to know here because he's just typing his responses. But yeah.
Well, we gave them a taste of his voice last week when we put his making my Garrett's avocado.
Okay,
Garrett's
so-
guacamole.
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 If you want to see that video, you can either find it on our Facebook. It's a short little video. Or go back and watch our live stream from last Sunday.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl one. Go Blue Team.
Yeah, go blue team.
Woo!
Honestly, we were happy that a team that hasn't played in the Super Bowl for over 50 years won.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Their state.
And even though we're not really sports fans, being from the Northwest, the 49ers are kind of the arch enemies of the Seahawks. So, solidarity to our home roots.
Whoop, whoop. Go 12.
Down 49ers. Okay.
Go 12 fan. We're not
Yeah.
actually 12 fans.
We
How
watched
do they
their...
say
The,
it? We watch it. We
12th
follow
man.
it. We've got lots of friends who are like diehard Seahawks fans, so we have to be like, that's awesome. I'm glad they won. Woo! No, we didn't see the game. Sorry.
Yeah. Our 1,000 subscribers special.
Yes.
We definitely want you to go back and watch it, especially for some of you newer people.
Guacamole.
We put our entire recipe for our avocado stuff that is blowing up the chat right now in there. Go to that stream, check it out, and so people can actually, try it out for themselves. I know guacamole is not for everybody, but doing it completely from scratch by hand is the only way to go, honestly.
Captain Jack Scrapper, I'm not sure what you're asking for. If you want to go ahead and email me more descriptive, like what you're looking for, that would be great. And it's rvdiaryofafamily@gmail.com. I'll see if I can help you out.
I'll write it into the comments for you.
Yeah. As he goes and types. Yes, if there was any guacamole left, it would not be green. But no, Garrett had it eaten, I think, by the next day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm not worthy. That's total inside. Slow Momentum just joined us. Welcome.
Oh, hello, Slow Momentum. Welcome to the show.
For all of you that have not caught a lot of our earlier portions of this video, rewatch it.
You gotta watch. He's got this really cool montage thing that he put in.
Yeah, we went over 1,400 miles in about a week.
8 days.
8 days.
Eight. Yeah.
It was better than coming from Oregon to Louisiana in 8 days. That was better.
Yeah. I mean, every single day we were traveling
5 to
7 hours.
Yeah, it was.
And we only had one stopover where we stayed an extra night in the middle. It wasn't long enough. It wasn't long enough.
That's a crazy thing. I mean, a lot of the people that are just joining us on our channel, they should just go back and look at some of our story.
A year ago.
That was a year ago.
It was
March,
a year ago. It was
March of last year.
11 months ago is when we did that long travel. So this was much better. And the kids have gotten so used to it now. So 3 hours is nothing to them.
Yeah. They're
nothing.
Like, well, we done?
I mean, today we went an hour and 50 minutes. And we didn't even stop for a potty break. They had it. We stopped once because my map was not working. Stupid Apple Maps.
Apple Maps is going nuts.
It is going nuts, you guys. Like,
Abilene was...
To try to go from Waco to here, there's a highway that goes directly through, and it's like, Garrett was on Google Maps, and it wanted to take me, like, way down and around on a major interstate or whatever it was. And
I don't know what it was trying to do, but
and it wouldn't reroute. It would not reroute. It kept wanting to take me off. Well, you need to take the next exit. 2.5 miles, take an exit. I'm like, I'm not. I'm on the right path. Oh.
We were just, I pulled off, I ran back, I got her on, or you were on Google Maps by that time.
I was finally on Google. I don't like Google Maps. I grew up, haha. I started using Apple Maps first. And so I'm not sure how Google Maps works all the time.
The only nice thing that they have is that turn-by-turn thing that pops up on the top. Or you like the fact
what I like to be able to hit the top and where it has the banner of the next turn, right? And it'll open up your whole map. It'll zoom out and you can see how far you've traveled and how far you have left to travel. And Google Maps does not allow you to see your entire trip.
Yeah.
When you do the zoom out, and it's not the top banner, it's a little tiny button at the bottom. I hate it. That's what I hate about Google Maps. But it worked out better for us. I use Google Maps. Apple Maps has been freaking out.
So Papa Drew said Apple Maps suck. Kent said long time since Chehalis. That was when we first met there.
Yes.
That was 2018.
It was. It was November of 2018.
Papa Drew said Apple Maps needs some more avocados for brain power.
Yeah, it does. It's been wigging out in the middle of Texas. Like, if you're not in a major city, it's like freaking out.
There's no travel book said shouldn't have an apple tell you where to go. It's an iPhone. Right. Not Apple.
I should only let avocados talk to me.
Yeah. I'm sitting there, Carolyn's like, where are you going? I'm like, to the RV park.
I'm like...
That was after like 5 hours of driving, and then it decided in Abilene that it wanted to take it to some place.
It was fine, and then 8 minutes to our location, it was telling me take the exit, and Garrett didn't. And then it said take the next exit, and he didn't. And I'm like, where are you going? The RV park is now behind us. Like, seriously, we got to the RV park, set up, and then I opened the maps up, and I asked it to send me to the address again, and it was 8 minutes away, back the other direction. I was like, where is it taking me?
Well, and I talked to the manager of
Apple Maps.
the RV park that we stayed at, and I'm like, so Google Map, like Apple Maps, took my wife somewhere completely different, and she was just like,
yep.
Mm-hmm. It's like, for some reason, in that area, the maps have gone berserk.
Just blow my mind right
She's
now.
like, I can't.
How do you expect us to get to the right location if you're going to send me to the wrong location? Anyway.
So, needless to say...
Thin Blue Lane is in the avocado family tonight. We had avocados tonight. Aren't they so good?
They are.
So good.
And someone was showing us the price of avocados were like really cheap. What? It's like 69 cents or something a piece.
Oh my gosh. So good. No, we have to get them more, and really you can put them into so many things.
Yeah.
So for a while my sister was making her kids a health drink, and she was mixing stuff into it. Like it was just a shake that she would give them for lunchtime with their lunch. And I mean, she was hiding like cod liver oil in it and all kinds of like health food stuff, and they were eating it. And one of her main ingredients was an avocado, and it made it so smooth and rich and yummy. The only sweetener she put in was honey, bananas, the fruit that she put in with the avocado. Oh, so good. Okay, making me hungry.
Kent said that paper maps will soon be the new rage.
I know. Except paper maps don't talk to you and don't tell you your instructions.
Yeah. Yeah, you are here. Yes, I know.
Yes.
We did not find any. We didn't come across any low bridges on this trip.
Nope.
We stayed on main roads, no railroad tracks that were nasty.
Nope.
Our other trip, when we left Louisiana to Athens for our first time, we came over that low bridge. That one railroad track that was super, and we were like so close. Like if he had been going straight over it, he probably would have drug. But because he was kind of angled a little bit, just barely. I mean, we've drug getting in and out of boondocking locations, and I'm always like, we get to something, and I'm like, are you watching the wires? Will you fit under that bridge? I'm like on the walkie-talkie. Are you sure? And I'm like, I have a pretty good spatial awareness now
I'm watching the bottom now.
Of what my height is. Yeah.
I'm his eyes in the back of his head.
There was one bridge. It's not a Thousand Trails Campground.
No.
This is one bridge. There was one bridge that we went on our road trip to Amarillo. Yes. It was 13.8.
13.8. You guys, we were 13.6.
We're 13.6. I was going 2 miles an hour underneath it. And I mean, when you're talking, I don't know what it looked like from your end.
13.8. Oh my gosh, you guys. I was so freaked out. My heart was pumping. I was panicked. I was like, we're going to take off our AC unit. And Garrett's like, no, we're not.
It says,
we're gonna fit.
You trust what your measurements say, and you trust what that sign says, you'll be fine. And as long as you don't hit the gas and like bump yourself up and down.
Bounce it up and down.
I kept it low and slow.
Yeah.
And just through it. And there was only one bridge that was that way.
Just that one bridge. That's the lowest bridge that we've gone under, you guys.
Get some kind, before we hit the East Coast,
we're gonna get
we're gonna get a trucker GPS.
Yeah. Right now we're very careful about our route, but we're ready to turn around at a moment's notice if we have to.
Yeah.
I know, isn't that too low? And so what is Bessie's height? So Live in Light RV's asking. Bessie's definitely not 13.6.
Bessie's like 10.
So I'm like,
maybe 9.
That would make me a lot more comfortable if we didn't have such a tall rig. But a lot of people, I mean, all the big A classes and such are like they're tall. So
if we
they
went
have
with
to make
like
roads.
If we went with like the reflection pull behind instead of like this, we probably wouldn't have had as much issues because I think that's like a 12-foot.
Right, because it doesn't have.
But it's also a pull behind, and it didn't have a good bunkhouse. We like the bunkhouse.
Thin Blue Lane RV Life, is that GPS? Is that the one you're looking at, Garrett? The
I think it's
Garmin 770 RV.
It's Garmin and
GPS.
TomTom. I forget which two brands. There's two brands that are competing. Magellan. And Garmin. They're kind of competing, and I know that Two Beards and a Babe did.
Did they do a?
They did a comparison with RV SWAT, I believe it was.
Papa Drew's, yes, we are getting spattering of rain. It actually held off. We got all set up. We actually sent one of our kids outside until it was dark because we had two of them going at it before dinner.
What? Boys clashing?
But it started raining pretty hard here after we all came in for dinner and such. Yeah. But humidity is a lot higher here in the east of Texas than in the west.
But at least it's not very hot. So I mean, it was cool, but you could feel the humidity. Just like, oh wait, I'm like kind of sweating. I feel a little.
It's February. It's still wintertime here.
It's still winter. I know. It's so weird to think we kind of skipped winter. Our winter was about 3 days long this year.
Yep, in Van Horn on the way.
In Van Horn, and overnight in.
And overnight, overnight in Flagstaff in December. Yeah, so we've had a smattering of wintertime, and the rest of the time. Our wintertime has been really like a nice spring or fall. But more like a fall, because I think you have less rain in the fall.
Yeah.
So
I really liked Flagstaff myself. But I know you wouldn't be during the wintertime.
Not during the winter. I mean, if I'm sure if I had all the expensive gear, insulated this and that, we were going up to like play in the snow and be physical, I'd be fine. But I can't live in that kind of cold environment. So.
Yeah. There's No Travel Bug says we have a Garmin Dizzy Cam. Built-in dash cam. Love it.
Wow. Built-in. Nice.
Bill, send me more information.
What kind of... Wait. Yeah.
Dizzy Cam.
And that's nursery. So what's your truck? Because, I mean, it's built-in? It's built-in? Does it come with a truck or did you have it installed?
No, it has a built-in dash camera.
Right.
So...
That part has to be installed.
No, not the dash camera.
No?
No. Cause it's just a camera sitting on the back. You have your GPS sitting up on your windshield.
Right. Okay, put it right up there next to our backup camera monitor screen. You're not going to be able to see out your front windshield, guys.
I'm just going to put one up here, one down here, and it'll be just like 17 inches of screen, just like do.
Okay, guys, so we did our first... I don't know if we've talked about this yet. Yeah,
we've talked unofficially to people.
Unofficially about it. We reached out to a company and received a product, and we're doing a review on it.
And that will be coming out Wednesday.
Oh, you're working on it now. Awesome.
I just have to do the outro part.
Cool.
Now that I've done 1,500 miles towing with it.
So, it's a backup camera. It's totally awesome, but the monitor screen is like that
7
big.
inches.
And it's sitting on his dashboard now. And so if you're adding a GPS as well... You're not going to be able to see out your windshield.
I can see the entire roadway from my half of the window.
Right. You're going to keep putting them over in front of me. And then I won't be able to see out. Oh, I'm laughing too hard.
We'll figure it out. We'll get a place for it. Maybe. I don't know. But having a truck GPS with your height and your length is absolute necessity in... the east, and especially northeast. I know like the south, some places you could probably manage in Florida fairly well without a truck or GPS. But I mean, even people like Hebert Travels have had issues getting around places. They're always trying to take an entrance that is like the back road entrance that like, why did you try to take your rig up there?
Oh, well, we didn't even tell them about our issues backing. Oh, okay. So last Sunday we did our live stream for you guys after the game. The next morning we took off from our friend's church. Okay, so we parked behind their church. They had some hookups for us. It ended up wet. We hooked up water, and we had a 20 amp to just charge the battery. And we didn't really stay in the RV that much. We were at their house watching the game and stuff. But we were pretty sure that we could pull out frontwards. We had power lines really close to us. So we had to back the rig up a little bit and move away from the building because the power lines went from the building up to the power pole. So we cleared that okay. And we got down to the street and there was this sidewalk and it was kind of angled. And I was like, 50-50 chance, right? And I thought we were going to make it. And Garrett was out on the street.
I was turning on the street.
The bottom wheels, the back set of wheels, the last, what do you call that? My brain is tired.
The rear.
The last axle was over that and going down the side of this sidewalk. And I was like, he is going to hit concrete with those back stabilizers. And I hollered on the walkie-talkie, stop, stop, stop. You're going to drag it. We had to back it clear back into the parking lot and back it around the building the way we had come in and back it out on the other street.
Yeah, so we backed out a 40-foot trailer around a small church.
It was pretty impressive. It took us an extra 30 minutes, I think. But we got out without scraping. So.
Yeah, we should have recorded that, but the hard part was, how do you record it?
How do you record it at the same time? Like, I was concentrating. I mean,
how close were we to the back end of the church? Like, about a foot from the
eaves. The eave? Yeah, we were pretty close to the eaves as we were doing the corner, but we weren't gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Like, the angle that you had taken it at was fine. But I mean, we had to get you back into the parking lot. We had to watch the power line to make sure we were going to take that out. We had to make sure we wouldn't take out the building on the way around the corner. And then we had to back out on the street the other way. And luckily that sidewalk was pretty much, it was a little bit elevated between the parking lot and the street.
Yeah.
Luckily, Douglas, Arizona, down on the border, nothing was going on in that neighborhood at 8:40 in the morning on a Monday morning. Nobody was there.
Well, the thing is that I think that close to the border, it's a no-fly zone for the drone, so I don't think I could have gotten the drone up.
Yeah.
It's really hot.
So go and change into something cooler.
Yeah.
I love you.
And then early in the morning, we're trying to get out on the road because that was our longest travel day.
That was one of our longest travel days, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Bill just texted that to me. We were more focused on trying to get out of there than get a good shot.
Things to do. We try not to let them sit in the car.
Yeah.
And they can't be a part of us moving the vehicles. They have to be in their seats, buckled in. And that's how we know they're safe.
Yeah. Yep. We just...
You got better reception?
Connection successful.
Sort of.
Connection successful.
Sort of. It's still not working. No. It's not gonna work.
So we have excellent connection. It should keep coming back. This is a great thumbnail. Some screenshot it, please. It's my fault. I texted him through off the cell signal.
Stop texting, Garrett.
Yeah, it was
Bill's fault. It's still not going.
It's better.
There.
It's better.
It's better. I don't know.
That is great. That is great. Houston, we have a problem. Those faces. I know. I don't know honestly what's going on. It is really weird. So.
Well, I mean, we've almost had our hour. I just hate to end on this note where nobody can see us.
Well, it's probably okay. It's the Russians. Papa
like watching a Roaring Twenties film.
Text Garrett. Got it.
No,
I kind of meant just
don't
after.
Text his phone.
That's one downside with RVing on the road when you're trying to do live streams and things like this. And we went out. Things weird. Yeah. You're kind of you're just all over the place. And then when you're out of data with something, you have to try and use something else, and then maybe that's not enough information.
I mean, I have two bars on